So this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about upgrades. Upgrades are a thing in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown that I think at some point we need to look into. And it's a bit hard to really describe why that is something that I need to discuss in the video. I mean, we all like stock cars, don't we? Let's go. If you haven't done hotheads already, basically, you have to get a time. I've kind of already done it with a Huracan. You can see I'm currently top 65 on my first try with a 137. We got to somehow shave more than 15 seconds off the clock for that top 5 run. Quite interesting. I have my build ready to go. It's not the 4 GT, which, by the way, look at this color, bro. Looking good. Anyways, let's head over to the Hotheads challenge and see if we can get a good time on that. All right, here we are. Yes, we have arrived. There we go. Let's enter this competition. Now, 50K is not enough for me, so obviously we got to go. It's quite easy. It's literally just a straight on the highway once you get out of the area from I forgot what island this is called, but nonetheless, I have a tuned PR must be decreased. I've gone over it a little bit. That's crazy. Okay, let's try this again. Yo, this is whoever put in that time. I want to know what car you were in, to be honest. All right, let's try this. Okay, let's go with the. There we go. Put a brake here a bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. I cannot make that turn for the life of me, bro. Here we go. Okay. I don't know how far behind my ghost is right now, but we will find out at some point, I'm sure. Okay. Oh shit. Still have it. Still have it. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Hitting 450 kilometers an hour. Almost at 500. Bro, 5 seconds. Nah, bro. What car? Ah, what am I doing? I mean, bro, to get a 26, sure, top 35%. Nah, no way. What car is winning that? Okay, a 133. I didn't actually shave that much time off, to be honest. Hold on. Bro, I've got to see what this leaderboard is right now. You E people are sweats, bro. 116. So I have no idea what's wrong with the leaderboard right now. It's not showing me any other players for some reason. And I literally cannot tell, bro. But yeah, so essentially, let me fix this car set to standard tires here. 10-15. Yeah, it is quite interesting, bro. 116. I do not, honestly, bro, if it's not this car that can like get at least a better time than that, bro, I can't tell you. Let's try this again right now, though. Okay, so bro, the 16 seconds from this tunnel, honestly, yeah, bro, I can't. I mean, the car is almost at 500, bro. And I guess this is what the topic of my video is gonna have to be about. Because there's no way. I cannot. Maybe I can get a 26, to be honest. Maybe a 26 is possible, but honestly, bro, to push, it won't be this vehicle. And this is where the topic I will get into today will be, bro. Upgrades. We gotta change them and work on them in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown at some point. Now, obviously, this isn't a heavy priority over some other features that, like, you know, the TDUSC and such. But can I get the leaderboard this time? Nope. Yeah, honestly, like a 26 I could possibly do, to be honest, guys. So as you can see, I actually was able to get a better time into the top 15 with a 127.26. Couldn't tell you. Oh, there we go. Top 5. It seems I'm at right now. The rest of the leaderboard isn't loading. Don't know why, but anyways, the thing is, I don't like this about test drive, and honestly, eventually one day we do have to take a look at it. Isn't that have a priority over other things, in my opinion, like, you know, houses, improving the matchmaking and PvP experience, because we need to fix that as well. You know, increase the amount of missions and contracts we're going to bring to test drive Unlimited Solar Crown. But upgrades have a huge issue in this game, and we need to work on it. And what I mean by that, well, the thing is, test drive, you guys know, is more of a connection of your vehicle. That's part of the DNA, and I guess upgrades in a sense are also part of the game's DNA, and so we have to work on it at some points. Again, I don't know when. I think that, you know, that's something that we can probably look into at some point, but I don't know when. But for sure, when, you know, me, Katie, and the con think, okay, you know what, this is the time to work on it, we will communicate that to you guys. But upgrades, man, the thing is, when you first do the game, like, you know, you do your onboarding and everything, you slap a turbo on your car immediately, and that's a key thing that Leon GHK mentioned in the Discord quite often. But upgrades in this game are a bit broken. You know, in order to remain competitive most of the time, you have to have your car upgraded to basically max. The amount of races we have, and that's why some live events where actually they give you the ability to have a stock car experience, those are the most fun, because you get to drive the car the way it was built, the way it was meant to be driven, not, you know, slapping on max upgrades and you're driving down the tunnel at, what was that, like 500 kilometers an hour? Don't get me wrong, bro. You know, I think there could be a healthy balance. You know, I get it, upgrading the car is cool, and, you know, it's nice to, you know, test the car's limits. But honestly, test drive wasn't about, you know, making your Bugatti go 550 kilometers per hour on a straight. It was never really about that. It's supposed to be a more realistic vibe. And when you look at the current open world racing game scene, Forza Horizon is based around max upgrade vehicles all the time. No matter what car it is, you slap on the upgrades and you get that done. There's not a single time I could say I've driven a stock car in a race in Forza Horizon. And to be honest, the same thing kind of goes for the crew as well. I think most of the time you're driving, you know, tuned cars, and that's the same thing for Need for Speed. Why are we doing that? We should be different here. You know, we should approach upgrades differently. Now, there's a lot of different ways you could do this. Of course, we could change how many races actually require a certain PR, and we can prove that as well. And, you know, we'll have some more information. Maybe we can look into that for season 4. That might be a quick little tease, but we can improve the restrictions in some races in order to give you guys a better experience for you know, experiencing that way the cars are meant to be driven. But the actual overhaul of the upgrade system at the workshop is going to be a massive job, guys, which is why I can't even say a date. I can't even say if it's something we can happen soon. You know, it's definitely something that I think we want to look into at some point. But, you know, again, it doesn't have that much of a priority when you look in the grand scheme of things on what we need to do for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. But what I did love about Test Drive Unlimited 2, and unfortunately I don't have it on my laptop, so I can't bring it up, but the upgrade system was a lot different. You had it in stages. It was like 3 different stages. I think it was acceleration, speed, and braking. I don't think handling was in that as well. Maybe it was 4. I should probably look at a video right now and quickly check. Let's see. Lo and behold, it's actually one of my own videos. Let's take a look.
Welcome to Test Drive Unlimited 2's tuning shops, which is where you could get your car tuned to increase its power, acceleration, braking, and more. Now, the cool thing about this was that all of the tuners located in both Hawaii and Ibiza in TDU2 required you to have a certain brand.
So branded workshops would be definitely an interesting change in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I think you would, you know, make people go to the certain workshop a lot more. It change up the dynamic a bit. I'm not sure about that though, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.
So at this one, we had the Asian tuner. There was also a German tuner, an American.
Okay, so you had 4. Well, basically rims. You can change your rims at the tuning shop, but you had acceleration, speed, and braking. Or I think that might have been under handling.
And of course, other vehicles as well.
Yeah, so braking. Your handling, I don't think you could really change that much, but you had braking. So there were stages. Now, obviously, this is probably a bit too restrictive, and I think that we could definitely still improve it in a sense where maybe we go by stages again, which is similar to what we have now, but broaden the approach and not make it so, you know, if you max upgrade your car turns into a 500 km/h pop rocket on a straight. I don't think that's really what we're supposed to be delivering a Test Drive Unlimited game. Let's head back to TDUSC though. Okay, so as you can see, we have quite a few things. You know, you got your ECU upgrade, you got tires, you got a chassis aero kit, your transmission. You got all this, so you can change it to TDUSC. Now, not so much. I don't think we need to really do a massive overhaul. But again, I'm not a game designer. I'm sure Kilton know best. And at some point, when we can look into upgrades, I'm sure Kilton will be able to find a really good solution that's better than my idea and better than our ideas. But hey, it doesn't hurt to give, some feedback and ideas on what we could see. Let us know what you guys think would be a good approach. And, we can work on it. We can improve on the idea and such and move on. But that being said, again, I think the main goal of fixing upgrades is just balancing it. It shouldn't be you upgrade your car and all of a sudden it's extremely high, because that's also how you mess up the metas. That's how you create meta vehicles. Like that hotheads race that we have, don't get me wrong, I have I'm not the best. I got a top 5 time for 127, but I'm 10 seconds off the top 5. Now, I thought my run was pretty decent. I probably could shave off another 3 seconds on the ending if I didn't crash, but to get to 116, not happening. That all depends on what vehicle I have, the tune, the upgrades, and honestly, it's too many variables. The thing that I did love about Test Drive Unlimited 2 is you could, if you had like a stage, even a stage or 2 less, so maybe even a stage less, it was still really competitive in the pack. Unless, you don't get me wrong, skill definitely played a big part in it, but having that closer disparity between other players creates a much more competitive and fun aspect, and not just for races like that, bro. Cruising, being able to enjoy the car it's meant to be, because no matter what, you never really get to drive a car stock in this game. That's what I don't like. Every car in my garage that I used to race, which, let's head over to my garage really quick and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. A lot of them, and I think if I do it by PR, if we sort by PR, can I? Yeah, I can. Every car in this category is not stock, fully upgraded, and I hate it, bro. I think the Veyron Super Sport is stock though. The M4 definitely isn't stock, but I hate it, man. I miss being able to drive the cars meant to be driven. The Huracan, for example, is stock right now because I like it that way, but most of the time in those races, you had to max upgrade it to even be competitive. The 1000 PR races, bro, all the time you had to get this car upgraded. And the thing is, I'm telling you guys, driving your car stock is such a fun experience in this game, and we need to bring that back. So upgrades for sure is something that I think needs to be worked on in the test drive life cycle at some point, man, because it's just fun. It's competitive. Those live events, I think the last live event I did where it was the 4 GTs, where it was basically near stock, that was incredible fun. I think it was near a PR. All you have to do is find a PR that's close to a car in the class, and if you match it pretty fairly, bro, it goes pretty damn well. And it creates that fun vibe in the race, man. Everyone's having fun, everyone's close, and now it's a lot more than just, I have a high-powered car, I'm gonna win. It's I gotta have the skill. Can I overtake you here? Where can I overtake? And the thing is, for racing games, that challenge is what makes racing fun. Don't get me wrong though, test drive isn't just about racing, which is why we have to focus on things other than upgrades first. Because as much as upgrades are cool and all to improve, we need more contracts, we need houses, we need to fix matchmaking as such. Which is why I say, I don't know when we can look into it. Oh, what's this? It's just a map? I wish I got to look at that billboard before. the golden. I don't know where that is. Anyways. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the description below on upgrades and what you guys want to see in terms of their improvements. I'm sure at some point live events we can also improve, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Can this improve how hotheads are played? I think it'll definitely, if we fix upgrades at some point, it'll definitely improve the competitiveness of hotheads. You'll find people a lot more closer. And then that being said, that's kind of what we want, bro. We want to have a much more fun experience with those stock vehicles. I'm out 7. I'll see you guys in the video. I'm out, guys. Peace.